Oh boy, we're getting a live look at Lumen Field setting up for the Taylor Swift concert happening this weekend. The vibe is vibing, everybody. Everyone is so excited about this. But let me tell you, the Taylor Swift concert is not the only thing that we have going on this weekend. In fact, there is, of course, Bite of Seattle, Capitol Hill Block Party, and multiple sporting events, happening all this weekend. So this could very well be one of Seattle's busiest weekends to date. And in fact, to chat all about this is Economic Impact is Michael Woody, the Senior Vice President of Community Engagement with Visit Seattle. And we are going to be chatting about this incredible economic impact for the city. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. Very excited.
It is an exciting weekend for you. Thank you for making the time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we do want to talk about that impact that big events like this, like individual big events, have in the revenue for the city and what it means when we have multiple events going on.
Yeah, you know, it's really exciting for us. You know, the highest revenue days that we've ever had here in Seattle have had two things in common. One has been a big concert at Lumen Field, and the other has been a summer weekend. So for us to just recently have had our record-breaking day was when George Strait was here. And we are looking forward to what is going to come of this weekend with Taylor and all of the Swifties being in town.
Yeah, they're already here, my friend, right?
Yes.
We've seen the lines, my goodness. Okay, but we also had MLB All-Star Week that just passed as well. So talk to me about the numbers we kind of saw there.
Yeah, you know, really great numbers over MLB. We are just waiting for all of those numbers to come in, so we're very excited to see what is going to come of the actual numbers. But the projections were over $50 million of economic impact from the MLB All-Star Games. And that, now granted, that's a 5-day run of different activities, but really an exciting time for Seattle to really make our way back out of pandemic, because we still have some ground to make up, and things like this really help to do that.
So we have been hearing all over the news that Taylor Swift's concerts, they really are injecting a much needed boost to economies all over the nation. Do we expect that for us this weekend?
We sure do. You know, I think when we look at the impact that, as we said, that perfect combination of things being a concert and a weekend in summer, we also have 3 games with the Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays happening starting tonight. And then we have 6 cruise lines that are in this weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
The events that you had mentioned, and a couple of conventions downtown. So all of the different segments of Seattle, the neighborhoods, are going to be full and vibrant this weekend.
Beautiful. Okay, so you and I were chatting during the break about how all of this stuff feels like maybe it's super overwhelming, but the plans have been in place. People knew this was going to happen. So walk me through some of the decisions that were made early on that maybe help us manage all of this.
Sure. You know, when you look at multiple events happening in that stadium corridor for us, there's an intention behind a Friday night game at T-Mobile and the 2 games on Saturday being at 1 o'clock during the day.
Right.
When we have other activities happening when we roll into the evenings, obviously, for Taylor Swift concerts. So all of that, and a great, you know, lineup for public transportation. We've got Link, and we've got all of these ways for people to get around. So much easier when you only have one event happening at a time.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I have to know, do you remember any other weekend in the recent past that had the potential for this much revenue and this much busyness?
Yeah, you know, we're really expecting this to be record-breaking. You know, the exciting thing for us is it's not only does it give us an opportunity to welcome a lot of people to Seattle to really experience this magical place we get to live, but it also is an opportunity to introduce them to a place that we hope that they will come back to. So it lifts all of our business sectors, so the restaurants and the retail, hotels certainly,
sure.
And the attractions. So it's really a great opportunity for a lot of businesses to do well this weekend, and we're looking forward to that.
So our reporter Nikki Torres was just out at some of those long merch lines that have already started. She mentioned that there are many people from out of town, okay? We're talking from Montana, people coming in from Canada. They'll be here for a few days. Any recommendations other than the Swift concert?
Well, I really encourage them to get around and experience this great city. There's all of the iconic things that we think of, right? You know, check out the Space Needle and Seattle Center, check out Pike Place Market, check out Pioneer Square and SoDo. I mean, great areas that are really part of the fabric of who we are. And I really hope that the Swifties will get out there and check out all the things that make Seattle so special.
I do know of some people who live in the area that are nervous. Maybe they're not going to the concert, but they're nervous about the amount of traffic. So once again, just kind of give us a little bit of advice for how to avoid the bulk of that traffic while we still enjoy the communities that we love so much living here.
Yeah, give yourself a little extra time, you know, and really do take advantage of public transportation. You know, I think that's key. If you can avoid being in your car and trying to find a place to park, that might be a good thing.
Yes.
But, you know, also for the locals is just to really take a soft look at it and say, all of these people are really helping to improve my quality of life. And a lot of that is through the tax generation that it helps to support all city programs and services that we all love and appreciate. So a lot of good happens out of it. So when you have to sit through a traffic light 3 times before you get through, put a little smile on your face and know that some good is coming out of all of that to make our quality of life better.
And to be fair, if it's like rush hour, that happens anyway, you know?
Right.
Fair enough. Okay. Michael, thank you so much. We are so excited for this weekend. I know it's just going to be amazing.
We're excited too. Thanks.
We've posted more information on Visit Seattle up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. And coming up, how well do we know